Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Fat Lady Knits. I am so glad you're here to spend a few minutes with me. Yay! What have I been up to? hmm. I think I have been cranking and cranking and cranking. I I'm at the point where I think my arm is going to fall off. Why so much cranking? You would think it would be because I'm making socks and I've just been so busy. No, I have been making tubes. Why have I been making tubes? Because I have discovered that just because you have a 100 gram or a 50 gram skein of yarn doesn't mean the colors consistently repeat. And this is true. We know this is notoriously true for some yarns, but even some of the designer yarns or the hand dyed yarns by whether it's a big company or an indie dyer, not all stripes are created equal. And because I do not want to give anyone a pair of socks and have them look at me and go, but those don't match. That's like a oops. Been there, done that, prefer not to do it again. So, I have a request for Kroy, well, for socks made from Kroy sock yarn, which is great because I'm also using Kroy sock yarn to make some socks for the Blue Princess, well, one of the Blue Princesses. And I know some yarn snobs don't like Kroy, but this person likes it. It works for one of the Blue Princesses, so I have no problem with it. Um, it's a sock yarn, okay. And in another episode, we'll talk sock yarn because there's so many opinions out there. But right now, let's work on Kroy. I I think this one. This is called Clover by Kroy. I love this particular set of colors. I do. I love them. See that yellow? We know I'm going to love it. But I decided to crank all of these that I had. And what did I discover? These two match. So I know I can get a pair of socks from them without a problem. I just have to put them together, pull out the ends, and make sure they're the same length. So when I start each pair of the sock, I will be starting from the same place in the ball of yarn, skein of yarn, whatever it is you want to call it. So this is a success. I'm like, yes. And as I said, I love this color combo. So this is for me. Okay. And I was thinking, since I have so much of it, why do I have so much Kroy sock yarn? It's easy. I went to a big box store one day and there was a yarn sale. I took every skein of sock yarn that they had. It was so much. The young lady behind the counter looked at me, looked at the socks, looked at me, looked at, not the socks, look at the sock yarn, looked at me, and she said, I'll be right back. And she came back with these two huge bags. Okay, so I walked out of there with enough sock yarn to float a battleship. And as I said, the clover is one of my favorites, but guess what? I am so glad I have a circular sock machine. Well, I have three. I don't know what I would do because guess what? These others don't match. This one is close to this one, okay? But this is not, okay? And this one is all out there by itself, okay? The funny part is some of them have the same die lot number on them. So I am not sure what is going on. I would love a peek in their factory to see how do you get different shades from the in the same dye lot. I don't know. I would love to know how they dye their yarns. I really would. But as I said, I love this. So this is for me because I'm always making socks for other people. this is for me. Okay? And I'm going to figure out a way, I'm not sure how yet, to turn these into socks for me because I like it. Okay? It might be that where's that odd one out? Like the stepchild. Well, that's a mean thing to say. Sorry about that. Um, it's like Sesame Street. One of these things just doesn't belong. I could probably turn these into shorties. And if I put the same color either at the cuff, the toe, or the heel, then people see, you can trick the human eye. So people will think it's matching. Except, there's always that discerning person who can, from Mars, go, oh no, those two don't match. But most people aren't like that. So these will probably become shorties for me. And since I was trying to match, I decided to just, as much Kroy as I have. Who knew? Isn't this lovely? I never knew that Kroy had a yarn in this color. Now I want to know why they don't have a solid ball of this one and this one. This is all right, but I'm not a fan of brown. But these two, these would make fabulous socks by themselves. They really would. Oh, when I was doing this, I took the label from some of them. I thought I did it to all of them, and I put it so I could tell you what the colors are. But this is Kroy sock yarn. You go online, a Google search, and it will tell you what color it is. And actually, I was astonished. Did you know they have 41 different colors? It might even be 51 because I think there was 41 in one category and another 10 or 11 in another. But this is lovely. I couldn't believe it. I was like, where have they been hiding this? Okay, I like this one. What else? Okay, let's see what I've done here. I have this dark blue, but not a lot of it. But I think this would, see, is probably masculine. I don't know if this big thing, all of a sudden people are declaring they're masculine or feminine. I don't know. But I only had one ball and that's only 50 grams. Do men wear shorty socks? I really don't know. I don't think I've ever seen a man in a pair of short socks. Does anyone know? If you do, please tell me because I am absolutely clueless. But this is nice. And I only have one. I am not going to buy another one because I'm sure the dye lots will be different. So I'm going to have to mix this with something to make it work. The thing about Kroy, it's so much thicker than the other sock yarns. So it's not like you can say, let me pull out an opal or a regia or one of the indie dyed yarns. They are so much thinner than this. That would, but that doesn't mean it can't work, does it? I have to try. I'm gonna try. But this is really nice. We're all used to that one. We're used to that one. Oh, this is not Kroy. Since I was on a winding mission, I did this one. Someone gave me this, and I wasn't sure. I looked at it, and I was like, ooh. I was looking at the ball of yarn, and I was like, ugh, that's why she gave it to me. And then I cranked it. This is beautiful. Okay, and I know some people who are in the brown and beige range, they're gonna love this. And this must be a 100 skein, a 100 gram skein, because there's a lot of it. So I can get a pair of socks out of this for a him that I know. Because I don't think this is feminine, do you? Nah, this to me this looks masculine. I have to stop one of these people one day when they said to me, when they say to me, I want a pair of socks, but I want it to be masculine socks. I need someone to really define that for me. And oh yes, Route 66. This one actually has a label on it, so I could read it and see. This one is Route 66. This is for the princess. Mentioning the princess, what has happened to her socks? I have been given a reprieve. Someone bought her socks that she loves. Okay? So This is the spring semester. So I have until fall semester. So I have until August, beginning of September to have her socks done. God bless that person, but she loves the socks that she was given, and they're not artificial, they're not acrylic, so she likes them. Okay, yay. And what else? Oh, this is the newest to me, Kroy. Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? And once again, it reminds me of that first one I showed you. What color is this? This is sweet stripes. I love this. They should have a whole ball of nothing but this one and of this one and of that yellow. How dare they just mix it up? Oh, come on, guys. Y'all can do better. There's some of us out there who want socks in one beautiful color. All of us are not into stripy stripe. I know someone who will love this, so I'll make a pair of socks for her from this. She is going to love this. Okay. And look at this one. I know someone who's into that purple pink range, but it's nice. But I'm thinking like it's missing some. I would have thrown a yellow in there. That's just me. But I do have my purple queen, so that's hers. Again, another blue. And yeah, I think this is a rather masculine looking blue. What do you think? Oh, okay, what else? Oh, my brown queen is going to love this. She's going to love this. I can see some shorties and some long ones. And here's another clover. It looks like the first two, so maybe I can get 2 pairs of socks. Yes. Or at least a pair of socks and a shorty. Oh, I have more clover. I didn't realize. I tell you, that day I cleaned out that store. Yeah, and there's more of this. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And maybe I can mix and match. I'll have to see. I'll put some of the tubes next to each other. Yeah, what else do I have here? Look at this one. But with the pink, this is definitely a her thing, don't you think? And I think with this socks, what would be really nice with this is after it's done to embroider it with one of the colors or a contrasting color. Okay? Who knew Kroy had so many different colors? I didn't. And as usual, I tend to buy 2, but sometimes I have more. As I say, I cleaned out the store that day. And what else? More of the brown. More of the brown. More of this one. Okay. Oh, and our good old standby here. I mean, a whole ball of this, a whole ball of that, a whole ball of this. What were they thinking? It's a nice color combo, but some of us like one color. And as usual, my blues for my blue princes and princesses. Okay, the rest of this, it's blue and more blue. Blue. Yeah. So, and I am so glad I did this because even though some of them have the same dye lot on them, the stripes don't always match. Or sometimes one stripe starts further down than the other. So let's see if I can get this to show you. Look at this. Okay. Nope, I'm going the wrong direction. Okay, let's do this like this. Look at that. That means all this yarn up here at this end is, well, it's not going to be wasted. I'm going to use it eventually, but if I'm going to make socks that match, I have to match them down here. That's why sometimes you make socks, you just start at a ball and you go and then they don't match. But because I did all this cranking so that my arm needs a good massage, I now know where to start the socks so that they will match. That way I don't get any frowns and any, oh, those don't match, and they're going to match. Okay? Yeah. Oh, Man, this is this is a lot. This is a lot of cranking. You hear me? And I didn't keep it in a nice neat pile, but as you can see, I have lots of it. And this is only part of my haul that day. Okay? So, I have a lot to work with. And no, I am not going to take them and put the do the afterthought heel and do the rivet the cuff at the top and the toes. I don't like doing that. I don't enjoy that. I really, really don't. Especially if I'm sitting on the bus and I can't remember which row I just finished knit. No, I am going to rewind these onto something like this. Where's this? Okay. Oh, this doesn't even have something in it. Oh. I'm going to rewind them onto a yeah, onto a cone, into a ball, and I'm going to do it where they match. So I'll be snipping. I should have lots of little odds and ends when I'm done, but I'm going to get matching shocks, matching socks. Okay, and when I'm done, I will show you. But this is quite a pile. I think you'll see a little bit at a time because there's no way I have enough time just to sit down and do all of this in one go. Man, that was a lot. My arm is like, if you do it again, we're gonna sue you. Not a problem. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of trouble, but my socks, my striped socks, are going to match. Okay? And if you have a circular sock machine, if you feel like it, I suggest you try it. That way you know because Kroy, we know, is notorious for it could it is what it is. It's good sock yarn, but you have to work a bit to match it. Maybe someone out there, whenever they buy theirs, it always matches and they're good. Not me. Okay? So that is going to be my adventure with the Kroy sock yarn. And wait till you see what I do. When I'm done, I'm hoping they'll be awesome. And once again, thank you to the person who gave the blue princess her socks. She loves them. Okay? She has, oh, her birthday's far away. She's a December born. Oh, well, stock up. Okay? Because you're helping me out here and I appreciate you. Thank you. And thank you to all those of you who joined me today. It was fun spending some time with you. And I must say, I am surprised that I'm still doing this, but it's helping me to actually finish stuff. I'm the world's greatest starter. I can start anything. It's when you look around to see if it's finished that you can't find me. But the podcast is making sure that I finish the things that I start. And I think the next episode is going to be about things either finished or almost finished. Okay? And I've run over long. I'm sorry. I know that cup of coffee must be done, or that cup of juice, or you've sipped all your water. I'm sorry, I'm clapping, making noise in your ear, and you've got to go. So do I. But it was good to see you, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.